Good afternoon, good evening, traders, and welcome to the Pip Grabber Trading Show here with the FxBigDog. We're going to go ahead and take a look at trade opportunities for this morning. Yesterday we placed two trades, and those trades paid out so quickly. Within the hour, we actually got our trades paid out. We're going to go ahead and take a look and see what's going on with the market this morning and see what's setting up. Again, traders, we're chasing after 20 pips in the market. That's what we do here in this session. So without further ado, my friends, let's go ahead and get the show on the road. And without further ado, let's go get the show on the road. I thought I'd say that twice because I really mean it. Let's go ahead and get the show on the road. Now, I had to say that 3 times because my producer is having a little bit of a hard time this morning getting things ready. All right, so let's go ahead and make sure that everyone is good to go. Traders, well, good morning and welcome to the trading show. And we're going to go ahead and jump into some trade opportunities this morning. I know that yesterday we had not a lot of opportunities. We did pick up 2 trades, however. But this morning, there's a lot of news coming out. And based on the news, hopefully we're going to get some more volatility in the market so we can go ahead and get some more trade opportunities. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on. Now, traders, we have traders that have emailed me saying, "Big Dog, I can't get into the live sessions." Well, listen here, it's very simple. Subscribe to the trading channel. Once you subscribe to the trading channel, make sure you go ahead and click the notification bell as well. That will go ahead and give you guys a little heads up when we go live. Now, remember, traders, you can always check. We're going to go ahead and make sure that we've got our schedule listed already by the end of the weekend. So come Monday, you can really go ahead and start clicking on the reminder buttons inside our channel. So you can do that as well to make sure you get into these live sessions. Now, why is it important for you to be live with us here in these sessions? Well, because we place trades live. These trades that we place are live, and that if you don't get in and understand exactly what we're doing, then you're just going to go ahead and follow the signals blindly, and I don't want that to happen. Now, yes, you do have signals. If you go down in the description channel, or at least in the descriptions in this channel, you'll take a look and you see that there is a Telegram link. That Telegram link is the trades that we're going to be placing every morning here in the show. So you get to follow the trades, but also in the show, you get to understand why we're doing what we're doing. All right. So make sure you go ahead and check that out and check out the Telegram link below. While you're down there, go ahead and smash the like button. I say this every video, and it's important that I do because traders, we would like to get this video out to as many traders as possible. We have to beat the Google algorithm, and the only way we can do that is with your help by smashing that like button. So go ahead and do that. Now, also below in the description, you'll see details of our trade copier. Trade copier has made 153% for the year last year. It is kicking butt. As my channel, I can say whatever I want to say, but it is kicking ass. All right. So this is the deal. Go ahead and check out the trade copy details down below in the description as well, or go directly to our website, TradersNetworkClub.com, and you'll get all the information there. We have an online chat as well. Go ahead and make sure you chat with our support team and go ahead and get the information you need in order to be able to get connected. Now, with that being said, let's jump into the market. Let's take a look and see what's going on with the trade, and let's see if we can find some trades this morning. So let's go take a look and see right here what we have. Aussie, all right, we've got Aussie CAD. Sorry, trader, I always like to go ahead and make sure my phone is switched off for the day, because a lot of the times I keep my phone on, and while I'm busy broadcasting, it starts beeping and running around in my phone in my pocket right here. So I want to go ahead and make sure I switch that one off. Now, I suggest you do the same thing. Take all distractions off the table right now. Let's go ahead and focus on the trade opportunities this morning. Now, we've been on the trade copy. We've been in this Aussie Canadian dollar for some time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pin in the Aussie CAD right now. I'm possibly going to come back to this right here, but I want to go ahead and put a pin in this I want to take a look at the New Zealand CAD first and see if I see anything on the New Zealand CAD and see if I have the same sort of setup that I have on the Aussie CAD. So let's take a look over here, and I'm going to go to the New Zealand CAD first. So we're going to go to the 4 hour. And I always look at the 4 hour first just to go ahead and make sure that everything's still sitting where it needs to sit based on market structure. And notice right here, we did have that wave 1, 2, and then 3 is down here. We haven't got to that yet, but we did get to this. Let's see here. Yep. We did get to this target right here. So which means that there could be a rally and a dip again back down south again. Let me go deeper into the analysis here. We got this trend line we drew up over here. We notice that there's support, support, support. Then if I go down to the 1 hour, we have these inside swing right here. I might have to even go to the 15. Yeah, we have some inside swings. I'm going to kill that. All right. Remember, traders, some of the inside, if you look at a 15-minute time frame or even a 1 hour time frame, and you got swings and you got all these type of trend lines built inside the 1 hour and the 15-minute time frame, sometimes you need to go ahead and update your chart because that information that you had on that particular chart at the time was significant and important, but right now, 3 days later, it doesn't really matter to us. We don't really care much about that. That's why we always go back to the 4 hour to get a bigger perspective and then go ahead and do some housekeeping on the lower time frame. So we use that information. We're done with that. Let's take a look and see what's going on here on the current setup that we have right here. So currently on the 15-minute time frame, I am seeing some positive divergence here. The problem here is that's great that we've got some positive divergence, but the problem on this is that the market's already pulled back. Look at that. I mean, from that low down to where it's trading right now, we've already moved. Wow. A whooping 15 pips. Well, listen, yeah, it may not seem a lot, but still, think about this. We're chasing after 20 pips in the market. So that 15 pips does seem like, well, 15 pips is 15 pips, right? So with that being 15 pips, that's around about 3/4 of what we're chasing after every time we put a trade in. We're looking for 20 pips in the market. So it makes a difference, okay? But it is a good setup right here based on positive divergence. Now, let's see if we go to the 1 hour. See if we're getting something on the 1 hour. We're looking at no divergence on the 1 hour. We got solid support coming off over this level right here. So here is, and I'm just going to draw a line across there. You can see here we have we have wicks down here, and I don't really pay too much attention to the wicks. I look and see if the bodies close up above that level, and you can see we have a nice little wick. This means that the bears are failing to control the market right here. Here's a nice little wick right here. Here's a little wick here, and then here's a long wick down here. But notice that the bodies are staying above. So the bodies is where I anticipate price action because sometimes the wicks are not tradable pricing. All right. The wicks aren't tradable in some cases because the market's moving so quickly. If you try getting on that move, sometimes you're going to get some slippage on that move. Now, if you can get in, fantastic if it does hold. But the reason why traders don't trade those wicks is because when the markets are breaking through that support level, they don't want to go ahead and trade long because they believe it's going to break down south. Now, if it breaks back above and closes out above that level, then you know that support's holding. You can then buy with confidence. But while price is trading below that, a lot of traders don't want to get in on that and buy the market because they're anticipating that to be a breakout of that downward channel or downward support level. So that's why I call it non-tradable pricing right about there. Not a lot of people are trading those wicks, and that's why you have that little wick. Now, if we go ahead and take a look right here, so we are at a good support level right here. So I'm comfortable with a nice little buy on the New Zealand CAD right here. So let's go to New Zealand CAD. Let's put a trade on that. I'm going to go ahead and buy New Zealand CAD right here. Now, also keep it in mind, let's take a look and see. It is 9:15. We did have some data coming out this morning. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that as well. But just to let everyone know that this trade that's just been implemented right here has gone ahead and been executed here in our Telegram channel. So make sure you go ahead and get into the Telegram channel. Here it is right here. You can see we've entered the trade here with a buy, New Zealand CAD. There is the entry price right there at 84.28. Everything I do here in this live session is completely transparent. I'm telling you why I'm getting in. I'm showing the price I'm getting in, and I'm using a live trading account to do that, which means this is not demo money. All right, this is the real McCoy. Okay, get that. Now, with that being said, traders, let's go ahead and take a look at the details around the Aussie. This is the Aussie CAD right here. So I'm gonna take a look at the Aussie CAD in a moment, but let's take a look at the news as well. We had a lot of news coming out this morning. Check that out. So definitely some movement in the pound crosses. Now I certainly don't cover the pound pairs in this session, but definitely we do go ahead and cover it in my trading room. We'll talk about the pound pairs. We'll get some insight on that. Maybe even go ahead and send some information on that through my different channels. But here is the pound CPI yearly data. Yearly data is clearly going to show in all countries right now, inflation is a issue. We still see inflation increasing. We see a 5.5% increase from the forecast of 5.4%. That was the last update last year. So that we have got a 0.1% increase from the previous. All right, so that is increasing. So inflation is increasing in the UK. Shocker, right? I mean, no brainer. Look at the CPI coming out in Canada. We also have an increase in the yearly CPI in Canada. What? It's not a surprise. I mean, that I believe is already been discounted into the price. I think we already know that we're going to see inflation increases. All right. So we got that coming out as well. That was coming out at 8:30 this morning. And then don't forget, of course, the Fed speak again. We got the Fed's meeting minutes coming out at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So that's happening at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and then the rest of the week is pretty quiet compared to what we have in today. Now, also Aussie data coming out as well at 7:30. Yep, is it 7:30 this evening? Yep, 7:30 this evening. We don't trade any Aussie crosses, so we don't really worry about it in this session. But if you are trading Aussie crosses, you may want to go ahead and pay attention to the Aussie data coming out this evening. All right, so that's all I really wanted to go ahead and look at. And what I'm seeing right now is no different to what we've seen in the past. So let's take a look and see what's going on here with the Aussie. So on the Aussie, if I go to the 4-hour first, I'm still going to believe that we're going to see some Aussie bearish sell-off. I'm looking for the Aussie to go back down a little bit deeper, actually target this level right here. So even though we're buying on the New Zealand CAD, it's because we at a support level. Now that could fail and the market could actually break through that support on the New Zealand CAD and we could see price moving further down south. But we're looking for at least a 20-pip bounce off that, and then we'll get out and we'll figure out what happens tomorrow. And that's the reason why we chase after these 20-pip profits, because we don't want to be exposed to any sort of stalling at a support level and then eventually a break of that. We want to be able to get in on the bounce, make money, and then get out again, and then reassess the situation, and then trade again the next day. But this on the Aussie Canadian right here, if I look over here on Aussie CAD, I do notice that we have a trendline breach here. Okay, look at this. Now we have a trendline breach, and we are testing the backside of the trend line. But also, more importantly, traders, we failed to get to the 1.618 up here at the top. Okay, here it is. We failed to get to the 1.618. And so as price starts working its way back down, there's a good chance that price is going to possibly chase after this level. We're going to call this our wave 2. Let's call it wave 2. No, I'm going to call it deeper wave 2. Oh, yeah. I'm getting crazy now. All right. So we're going to call it a deeper wave 2 right here. There we go. And so we're looking for the Aussie CAD to go a little bit deeper down south. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move down straight to the 15. Yep, I'm not even going to go to the 1 hour. Going straight to the 15 right here. And I'm going to look and see how I can trade this. Let's see if I can. Let's see, I trade. Not everything I can trade. All right, I'd love to say that I can, but I can't. Now, this is the problem I'm having right here. Hold on. Maybe it's not a problem. Maybe it's not a problem. Let's see here. Uh, Maybe it's not a problem. Hold on. All right, so okay, so this is what I'm having right here. So I've got the market creating a wave one, then it pulls back, then it created my wave three. Well, I thought it was, but then what happened is the market came down to the 1.618. So which means that this is an inside wave two right here. So this is actually a wave one, inside wave one, wave two. This is three, and this is now four. Okay. Now we're testing resistance right here, which means we should sell off back down south. So I'm going to do this. I am buying on the New Zealand CAD. So if I sell on the Aussie CAD, would I be doing sort of a hedge against the New Zealand CAD? Remember, they both trade against the Canadian cross, the Canadian currency. So if we got New Zealand and Aussie both trading against the Canadian, but yet I'm trading in opposite directions, and yet there's no data coming out for the New Zealand, there's no data coming out for the Aussie this morning, but this evening we've got some Aussie data. Could we see the Aussie actually, move sideways until the data comes out, and then depending on, of course, what the data comes out, if the jobs do look bad, which I'm sure it is with all the lockdowns and everything that's going on in Aussie, I don't think the data is going to report well, so we should see a sell-off on the Aussie pair. That should be good. So what should we do now? I think we should take this retracement and sell this retracement. Okay, so let's do this. If I'm going to go ahead and sell this retracement right here, then let's look for a good place to go ahead and sell. So we've got resistance at the top right here, and I'm seeing support all the way down here. Let me see why have I got that line there? Okay, that line's important right there. And we all bounce off there. So I'm expecting a break of that level. So let me see here. This is the 1 hour. 1 hour's oversold. 1 hour, 15 minutes, everything's oversold right here. All right, let's just see how big this candle is here. That's an 8 pip candle. 21 pip drop to there. See if it goes up higher. If it takes out that high, it's going to be 15. That high there, it's 10 pips there. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and put another trend line in here. Okay, I'm going to sell Aussie CAD right now. So Aussie CAD, boom, sell. So I'm selling Aussie CAD, which means that I'm actually trading it. We're using a bit of a hedge. So which means if my New Zealand CAD pays off, we might see a little bit of a deeper move into the Aussie CAD, into more of a drawdown on the Aussie CAD while the Aussie CAD's working its way out. While the New Zealand CAD's working its way out, we're going to get a little bit of extra drawdown on the Aussie CAD. But eventually, if we go ahead and turn around, we should be heading south. In fact, I think if this doesn't pay off before the news comes out, the news will definitely help us go ahead and reach our targets. So I'm going to stick with that and see how that plays out. Let's go ahead and move on to the next currency pair. Okay. Next currency pair. Now we've got a question here from David. Cameron, go ahead and post that one there from David. Says, shorted our US dollar on limits. All right, there's a big question. Shorted our US dollar on limits at 1.1380. Blind short on the 15-minute time frame. Used the daily level and refined on the 15-minute and lined with the weekly pivot and walked away with a limit order. Whoa, man, David, that's a handful right here. That's a lot of chatter right here. You did a lot of work on that thing. Hopefully you're getting something from that. I'm not even going to digest it and go and take the time to even work that out, but it looks like you got things worked out, or at least you believe you got things worked out. Good luck with that trade. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Let's go to US dollar right here. Now, I'm going to go to the 4 hour on this. And here is the 4 hour shows us that consolidation at the moment right now. So we're still holding back and forth between support and resistance. The market may have come off a little bit of support here. Now, we did get some data out this morning. We got the Feds coming out this afternoon. Here's the support right here. We got an indecision candle here on the 4 hour. Prices in, we got oscillator showing overbought. We got an ABC corrective move right here. We're looking for a deeper downside move towards this level. Okay, so let me see what's going on here on the 15. So if we're going to see price working its way down, are we in a correction move or are we in, let's see, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And then here we had, looks like it's a correction move. Looks like we're expecting a little rally. And we should be able to get 20 pips on that. Let's take a look at $1.618. All right, so this is a retracement move. And there is about 20 pips to about this resistance. We can go a little higher to about 27 pips. Okay. Let's see if we're wrong and price drops down. Did we get to the 1 point? No, we didn't. So we can still drop there. Let's see how much that could be. 17. If it goes further, 28. Well, that's not too bad. So at least 28 right here. If we get down to the 1.6 minutes right here, it could be bounced up. Okay, so we can go ahead and buy on US dollar CAD. All right, let's go to US dollar CAD right here. And we got a little bit of a recovery. It dipped back down, so which means that our target could be at that level of resistance again. So I'm going to go ahead and enter there. If it does drop back down further down south, I will re-enter again on those. And let's see how this plays out. Now, this might need the news coming out at 2 o'clock to be able to give it more volatility. The spreads will be widened. If there's any sort of news report or something like that, the markets tend to widen, or not the markets, but the brokers tend to widen the spreads a little bit. So we've had times where we entered the market, we've had targets we're going to go ahead and get out, or entries we're going to re-enter. But because the spreads are so wide, we really never get in on our prices. So we're going to bank that after the volatility of 2 o'clock today, it's going to be able to get to our limits and get us out of our trades. So we're going to go ahead and enter that. Once again, traders, if you want to follow my trades inside the Telegram channel, make sure you go check it out. When we close trades, you will know about it. We post the closed trades, we post the entries, all that good stuff in the Telegram channel. All right, so we're going to stick with that. All right, we're going to stick with that. Let's see how that plays out. Okay, let's see how that plays out. Let's go to the, and I'm going to suspect we're going to hold here the support here. If it doesn't, then we will look at re-entering down a little lower. If it gets down to that 1.6 rate down here. So keep that in mind. If it goes to the 1.6 rate down here, we'll probably be looking to re-enter on that. And it looks like it is testing that support right here. We'll see if it holds. But now, again, we're buying US dollar CAD, which means we're expecting US oil weakness. So let's go take a look at US oil right here. I want to go ahead and take a look at, we've had data that came out, but let's take a look at US oil right here. And US oil at the moment right now on the 4 hour, we've had a sell-off right here. We're getting a retrace. So we are building up. This is a corrective move in this bearish move that we've seen so far. So this is great. So with us seeing a bearish move right here and now a correction move, it's setting up for another dip in oil. So that means oil's going to lose ground. That means the Aussie CAD will rally. The New Zealand CAD will rally. The US dollar CAD will rally. But then also remember, we've got data that's going to affect the dollar at 2 o'clock today. And then we also got at 7:30 this evening, we got Aussie data coming out that's going to affect the Aussie movement too. And so that might just completely discount what's happening in oil, and the market's going to move based on that base currency pair, not the quota currency. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and see what else we got. US dollar, this is Euro US dollar right here. And the Euro US dollar right here, it seems like we got a little bit of a push up here, which is good, which allows us to trade this retracement. Traders, this is a 4-hour time frame, just so everyone's know you. This is a 4-hour time frame. We got a dark cloud cover, all right here at resistance, right here at resistance. We got a dark cloud cover right here at resistance. It makes sense for us to want to go ahead and sell the Euro US dollar right here. Okay, now I'm not in an overbought condition, but I'm seeing a little bit of a turnaround here. Let's go to the 15. Here's the retracement. Check out the swings here on the 15. We've got to the 1.618. Price is now in this third wave and fourth wave retracement. We're right here at the wave 1. Can it go up a little higher? Yes, sure. But I'm looking forward to a good sell here on this. So I'm going to sell US dollar, Euro US dollar. So Euro US dollar right here. I'm going to go ahead and throw in a sell on that. All right. Expecting Euro US dollar to continue further down south. Again, US data coming out at 2 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to get some volatility. Hopefully we're out of the trade before that, but if not, the volatility will able to get us into another position. Let's go ahead and take a look at, either it'll get us into another position or go ahead and hit a profit target. So we'll see how that plays out. Lastly, the CAD Swiss right here. What we got going on the CAD Swiss? CAD Swiss, man. CAD Swiss. I'm going to put a pin on the CAD Swiss right here for a minute. Let me see here. Maybe not. Let's go back to the 4-hour. Yeah, I've got indecision right here. We got the market holding up at that resistance. Pullback. I might go ahead and get in on this particular pair later on in the morning. So make sure you check out the Telegram channel again for a possible setup on the CAD Swiss. If I'm looking for anything on the CAD Swiss right here, I may be looking for a buy. Remember, traders, we've come off the support right here. I may go ahead and look for a buy. I'm not seeing a good little opportunity here. In fact, if I actually drawing trend lines here, it more looks like a rising wedge, which indicates that price is going to fall short. So I'm going to hold off on this a little bit. I want to get a little bit more data on that. I'm going to take a look and see how that plays out over the course of the morning. Might go ahead and do something on this. I've gone in and moved down to 1 hour. Let's take a look here on the 1 hour. Yeah, and so yeah, I was thinking about buying, but at the moment right now, I don't know. I'm thinking more sell right now based on this pattern right here. Now, if we do rally up a little higher, this is the 1 hour time frame. Let's go to the 15. Yeah, if we do rally up a little higher right here, I might chance to go ahead and sell it. The problem here is that we're still stuck inside this rising wedge right here. And if I do trade it inside this, I either got to be at a level of resistance, which could be up at this level right here, if I anticipate a breakout. In fact, let's take a look over here. If price moved in to this level, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then breakout 6. Yeah, so this is how we go. We've got 0 right here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we do have a 5-wave structure here, which means that the 6 is a breakout, so right here. So if this is going to be a breakout, then that means that any retracement that pulls back right here should be an opportunity to go ahead and look to sell. We should be selling back down to this level right here. So it looks like we're probably going to go ahead and look to sell on this particular setup right here. All right. I'm probably going to go ahead and look to sell on this setup just because the way the market is set up right about here. Okay. So if we do get the market to hold up at that point, I will be looking to possibly sell the pound, the CAD Swiss franc right here due to that setup right there. Okay. All right. That's it. That's it. All right, traders. That's it for us today. Make sure you go ahead and check out the Telegram channel for the next trade opportunity. Make sure you go ahead and make sure that you are trading with good equity management across the board. This is not, of course, I am not a CTA. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I'm doing. If you choose to follow, make sure that you do your own homework. Make sure you do your own research on the trade. And the decision is on you. Make sure that it is a right decision with good equity management at all times. With that being said, traders, you guys have a fantastic afternoon, and we'll see everyone back again tomorrow as we go ahead and evaluate our trades that we did today. This is the FxBigDog signing off.